Shalom, this is Harawan Banyasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp, located right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Before I begin, I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Harakah Kwadash, Ma'amaf. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders, and Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim, and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. It's going to be an impromptu um, moving in the spirit. I want to start off with the scripture real quick. Um, hopefully this will be encouraging or edifying to any of you Akim and Akwatim, meaning brothers and sisters out there. All right, 2 Timothy 2 and 3. It says, "Thou therefore," let me see what's up here first. Let's go to verse. Now let's just go to verse 3. Get to the point. "Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi." All right. So that's going to be the focus of this lesson, or this epistle, right? Um, to endure hardness. All right. Now let's see what that means. Let's go to hardness. This right here, it says to endure hardness means to undergo hardships, and that's what happened to us. Um, Once you step into this truth, that's why the Lord said this. Let's get this real quick. All right. So this is Sirach 2 and 1. "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation." That word temptation goes into trials. All right. Trials are there to try you, to help build your character, to mold you, to shape you the same way the course of the river shapes and molds, uh, or opposite, actually, the callus of the river shapes and molds the river in the direction it should go. Or the wind and weather, how it shapes and molds a tree. The wind blows it this way, that way. As long as the foundation and the roots are dug deep enough and strong, that plant's going to naturally get stronger until it stiffens out. The same way the wind and weather shapes and molds the mountains from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. It goes into that affliction, that chastisement, the same way a tiller of the ground or a gardener will chastise a tree by trimming the leaves to shape it and to mold it and to help it grow. It's the same way the husbandman, Yahawashi, is laboring with us. All right. Sirach 2 and 1. "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation." See, that's preparation meets opportunity. So you got to prepare for the trials that are going to come or that are already here. You may lose your woman. Why? Because she may be wicked. You may, women might use her children against you, your children against you. You know, you may lose your children, in the system. You may be fired from your jobs. But the Lord said, what? Set thy heart aright, man. Set your mind towards righteousness. Don't go out robbing nobody. Don't go out selling no drugs. Don't sleep with another man's wife just because you like, F it, I don't care. Um, you know, don't make filthy lucre of a person just because you claim to have a little knowledge in this truth. Now you want to make money off of people like IUIC, allegedly. So set thy heart aright, man. Set your mind towards the kingdom. Seek ye the kingdom of heaven first, and all these things will be added unto you again in the kingdom. All right? So we got to be willing to lose everything, like our forefather Job. I think in the Hebrew it's Yawab, which means hated. So he was hated of his peers, just like we're hated of 2/3 at times. Sometimes they're cool with you. Sometimes they love to hate you. They hate to love you. So, and we're hated of these of other nations. All right. He said, "A man's foes shall be those of his own household." So yeah, man. But if your family's in the truth, Yahweh Ratazah, you may not have to deal with that in-house persecution, but you will have to deal with leading your family in a world of wickedness and vileness and perversions, all kind of shit. All right. So that comes with the affliction, the set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that are done in the midst, man. All right. So set thy heart aright, get your mind right. All right. Um, and constantly endure, constantly, man. All right. That word endure, we're gonna get that too. Let's go back to that real quick. But it says what? And make not haste in time of trouble. Don't freak out, man. Knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of that time. Having knowledge of what Yahweh has brought his believers through in the ancient times will help you be confident in the present time in the knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi. This will keep you stable. This will keep you from panicking. This will keep you um, appreciative and grateful for your daily bread. The small that, let's get that. Psalms 37 and 16. A little that a righteous man hath. So he said, what? Set your mind aright. So that little bit that you have in your life, maybe your family, you may not have a wife, you may just have children. You may just have an apartment, but you want a house. You may not have a car. So all these things, man, you may not have a job yet, but you'll be able to get one. They got all kind of jobs out here. One day you don't, one day you do. One day you have money, one day you don't. Once you understand that, that's the flow of life and learning to get out of our own way. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked men. So I don't care how. See, these people, a lot of people in this world think that gain is godliness. So I don't care if Floyd Mayweather, not pointing him out, but the richest man in the world doesn't have more than you if you have Yahweh. That's all you need. And the little things that he blessed you with in this society. All right? It's a token and a deposit of what's to come. What if you have nothing in this society? Just a home, a bed to sleep in, and joy in your spirit in the truth. You richer than what's true riches? Happiness. What's the pursuit that they're going after in the society? Happiness. I saw a video, old man, this elderly man said, the happiest man on earth is the richest man on earth. It's a mindset. When you get riches, people that they're happy. So what if you don't have all the money and things, but you're still happy? You still got family, you still got people that love you. You still got Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi. All right? So you're truly rich. It says, for the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but Yahweh will uphold the righteous. Yahweh knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. Think about it, man. This little short season compared to forever. Let's get that. All right. So he said the blessing and the inheritance of the righteous. So if you set in your mind towards righteousness, seeking a righteous kingdom to come, you're going to get your reward. You just got to hold on, endure, and run like that the Marvel character, the Juggernaut, putting on your full armor and crush or be like water. Water can flow or crash and flow through all the walls of life and the hurdles of life, over and under it. However, you got to get through it and around it and sometimes through it until you get to the kingdom, man. That's the goal. Not hastily. We make haste by doing this work. All right? But you want to do it calmly. Even just like boxing or fighting, you want to fight calmly and breathe. Create a pace, create endurance, right? So that's what this is about, creating a flow. Ecclesiastes, Ecclesiasticus 18 and 10. As a drop of water unto the sea. So you put one little drop of water into the ocean, man, out in the ocean, not just in a river or in a bathtub or a pool, but you put one drop into the sea, and a gravel stone in comparison of sand. One little tiny gravel stone in comparison of sand on the beach. So are 1,000 years to the days of eternity. So our inheritance is eternity. So right now, this present season where Esau is ruling, the state of this world that it's in is all but for a moment compared to what you truly are a part of. It's like they say that iceberg sticking out of the water, you see the tip of it, but there's a whole mountain beneath. Well, this current grace that we're under and blessings is the tip of the iceberg. All right. We have to endure the evils to come. Revelation 13 and 16. You know, Revelations chapter 6, the pale horse, persecution, lying on us, saying hate speech, demonizing us. All right. So what? To endure means to undergo hardships, to basically to enter the Lord's labor, to enter His rest is to enter His labor, man. And He said this burden is light to bear, because He's gonna be with us. He's gonna uphold you and keep you grounded, establish you. So to undergo hardships, to suffer. All right, that's what the Lord said. What you have to bear your cross, and bearing your cross means to what? To go into that affliction, going through the straits. They got to enter into the straight gate. The straight gate in the narrow way is being in His truth and continuing in that stead, in that lot, all the way to the kingdom. You know, so to be afflicted. You see that? So what? This is Isaiah 48 and 10. Behold, I have refined thee. See that? So through the affliction, through any adversity in this matrix, man, it's all to shape and mold your character. Just like, remember the Danger Room on the cartoon X-Men back in the day. Um, Professor Xavier, he would create this Danger Room and shape and mold it to fit a certain character. So he might make Sentinels. He might make whatever Wolverine didn't like. He would bring that into the Matrix. And all these things would shape and mold their mind and their character, their patience, all these different things. Their will to fight, because some people don't want to fight in the spirit, but the Lord said, what? Let's get that. It said, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. How do you refine gold? With silver or a lesser metal. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. All right. So the Lord said, what? He will help us. So we're being purified. And what do you do with gold when it's being refined? The refiner has to sit there and watch it. And at that precise moment, if he goes past it, the gold can be tarnished. So he waits until he sees sometimes they see their reflection in the gold. Once they see that, when it goes to that last level of temperature, they snatch the gold out of there with the tongs or whatever. All right, so that's what's happening. We represent that gold. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. So the affliction is there to shape and mold us into the character mindset that the Lord is intending on us to be. All right, so Mark 13 and 13. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. And that happened 2,000 years ago. And today, when you teach this truth, some people may agree, some people may acknowledge you, And a lot will hate you for teaching this truth, man. They hated Yahawashi. They called him Beelzebub. The same thing they're gonna call us. They say we're teaching hate speech. They say we're evil men when we're far from that. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, for Yahweh's sake, man, for this truth. But he that shall endure unto the end. So endure means to what? Undergo hardships. Being in this truth, man. And remember, the Lord said, this is not your rest, man. Arise and depart. So you get up and work, don't whine about it. You whine to the Lord about it. You may say something to your Akim and brothers here and there, but the Lord said, bear your brother's burdens, not add to them. So people that pray, they don't usually need to say it to a person. They already prayed about it to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved, man. All right, so that endurance, they're going through hardships all the way until the end. All right. So, right. So again, this happened 2,000 years ago, but it's happening now as well. We were persecuted at one park here in the city one time before. This old lady was running with a big giant boulder like damn Fred Flintstone. And she picked that shit up and tried to run up to the brother, hit him in the back of the head. We had a bunch of Muslim jakes and drug dealers and killers or whoever out there with knives, and they was like trying to attack us, man. Yeah. So that shit was wild, and we had to go. It was a smart choice to go to a different area, or we could have stayed. We still go back there if we choose to, but um, these things happen, man. We're not here to go to physical war with these people. We're here to try to edify, to rebuke, to reprove, and rebuke with all long suffering. Matthew 10 and 22. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that shall endure to the end shall be saved. But when they persecute you in the city, so in one area where you are located in the world, and if you're teaching, if they persecute you in that city, the persecute doesn't mean physically every time. It can be verbally attacks, verbal attacks and lies against you. Flee into another. So you go to another area. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel. So in this sense, you won't have passed over the whole earth or the whole country of America or wherever you are till the Son of Man be come. Right? That's why the Lord blessed us with the unicorn to do all the traveling for us with the word. But if we was to travel all around and try to teach, how would y'all be done showed up? So the Lord said, you won't be running forever. Just give it time. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is not for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, or the devil, how much more shall they call them of his household? All right. So let me get this. All right, Mark 10 and 29. And Yahawashi answered and said, verily I say unto you, there is no man that have left house. So you may lose your houses. You got a family or friends that's trying to force you out of truth or to trip you up, or if it's a wicked wife, not a good wife, if she's wicked and she's trying to trap you up and set traps for you, well, you separate from that person. My whole thought was this: either the Lord will give me wings to fly, or He'll give me something to land on. Either way, He got me. So you may have to um, move to a different place or separate from certain people, right? Everything doesn't have to be done in haste, though, to put yourself in crazy situations either. So you plan for it, you set yourself up to be able to separate from these people, all right, in those situations. It says, there is no man that have left house or brethren or sisters, right? Because somebody in your camp, if they wicked or you find out they doing some vile shit and you separate them, they say cut off thy right hand, if it's your family member, wife, child, it don't matter. If you separate from their ass, from them, well, you basically left them alone, all right? Or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my sake and the gospel's, right? Because you got a lot of women, they'll use the children against you for these holidays, especially once they find out you're in the truth. If they're not in the truth, they treat you like a bad person or a bad father. You know, I've been there before with that. But he shall receive an hundredfold now in this time. See, you trust the Lord. The Lord will be with you now in this time, right? And give you um, blessings. You know, it could be a home, it could be a family, it could be people that love you, brothers, akim, wisdom, whatever. Um, your business. But he said, what? With all thy getting, get understanding. And everything you gain in this society, be willing to lose it. All right. It says, but he shall receive an hundredfold now in this time, houses and brethren and sisters. That's right, man. And it's truth. And mothers and children and lands. That's coming, man. With persecutions. So you may have a home, you know, and in the world to come, eternal life. Look at that, man. So the Lord will be with you in these times, and in the world to come, the Lord will let you enjoy the fruits of this life, or the fruits of the good life in his eternal kingdom. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first, man. All right, so endure to the end. Just know that in the end, the Lord will exalt you. Right, again, I'm going to be quick with this one, Matthew 19 and 24. And again, I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Why? Because a lot of rich people in this society, they're distracted by this world. They maintain the state of this world. They don't want to help to build the kingdom, to fight for the kingdom. They're not willing to go through the persecutions, the affliction, the straits, right? That come with it, the embarrassment, the humility, right? The humbling, chastisement from Yahawashi and from the brotherhood. So again, I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. Now, the needle represents a needle gate. In the Israelite times with Judah in Jerusalem or wherever, they would have a needle gate, mainly amongst Judah or Jerusalem. And when people would bring in the cargo or the camels at nighttime, the main gates would be closed at night because of robbers and vandals. So they will open the needle gate, which is a smaller gate. But for the camel and his entourage and everything they have, on the camels, they got the humps, and you can put a lot of luggage on the back of camels like you see today over there in Saudi Arabia. Well, they would have to remove all of that, and the camel would even have to kneel down a little bit to go through that needle gate. So, in a parabolic sense, a rich man would have to do the same thing. All right, to humble themselves, to go through the straits, to go through the affliction, to cast off the ways of this world, the old man, you know. So A lot are not willing to do so. Right. So this is Acts 14, and this is the same thing Barnabas and Paul were doing. This is what we're doing today in that same spirit. Acts 14 and 22, confirming the souls of the disciples. So that's what we're here to do, to confirm the souls of the disciples. That's Revelation 7, sealing up the elect. That's what the Lord does. He sets the seal on the elect. Our job is to what? Confirm them. All right, let's get that real quick. Right, so that word confirm, to confirming the soul. So that's what we're here to do. It's one man watereth, another man planteth, but it's Yahweh that gives the increase. So we're here to what? As soldiers of the Lord, we're here to support each other further. That's why when I say do my lessons, I say I pray that this lesson encourages you another day in this truth to continue. That's what we're here to do. To support each other further. To reestablish. That's what's happening now. We're being reestablished in the faith and understanding. To establish besides somebody next to you another pillar. It's like a candle lighting another fire, establishing that fire, that flame, stoking the flame. Strengthen more. You get strengthened by this wisdom. That's strength. That's why I told Akim in this camp to grow in the wisdom, not in pride, not in just I'm an Israelite. Yeah, we got a staff and shit and gloves, all this weird shit. Nah, man, you grow in the wisdom. That way you can bear your fruit and others can eat from your fruit and be healthy. Revelation 22. And be healed and be strengthened and established. That's the goal. To support, to render more firmly, to harden, confirm. Right? So once you're hardened to this world, it builds callous, toughness, grit, separation, from the outside world. So confirming the souls of the disciples, that's what we're here to do. The disciples, the ones that would like to follow Yahawashi. Right, disciplined. And exhorting them, that's what we say, this is an exhortation. Look at that. Exhorting them, meaning to call near, to invite, to invoke. That's like stoking the flame. To call to one side, man, confirming them by your side. But they have to be confirmed first before they can stand with you in this truth. See that? And you get some brothers that'll say, hey, man, I just want to make sure I'm ready. I want to study to show myself approved, before I stand with you and things like that. But you get some that just want to stand with you, get fame and shit. Or to be on the screen or to feel like they're doing something. But you have to, the Lord said, try every individual. Try the spirit, whether they are of the spirit. And be not hasty, basically to commend a friend. You got to try them. All right. Be not hasty to credit a friend, I think it says. To call to one's side, call for, to summon. All right. So now it says what? We are here to confirm the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith. See that? Enduring that hardness, enduring hardships, and continuing in the faith even through all of that, all the way into the end. That we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. See that? So not just persecution, not just affliction, but even tribulation shall come. But the Lord said, I will help you, thou worm, Jacob. A worm is helpless amongst the prey, amongst the predators of the world, and the dangers around it. and it's in a low condition, and it's in hell, meaning in the ground. Hell just meaning the ground. Pressure, that's adversity. All right. No, tribulation. Literally or figuratively, a pressing together, pressure, man, from this world. The straits, distress, tribulation, affliction, oppression. So affliction and tribulation are go hand in hand. Distress and through the straits. All right. So to understand what the straits are, it's affliction and tribulation, distress. So through much of that, we're heading towards the kingdom, baby. You always got to remember that. Keep your best foot forward. You apply scripture to your life. The things that's wisdom. Wisdom is instruction to apply to your life. It's supposed to be a light to your path. So when you're going through things in this matrix, you want to have preparation meet the opportunity, meaning before. So study ahead of time. Watch videos ahead of time. It might save your life in that day. The Lord says, sufficient unto the day thereof. You know, the Lord will bless you. He'll have everything you need to get through the day. And day by day, that's another, what they doing, the marathon or the races and shit. Another lap. Another lap around Jericho until we get to the kingdom, man. All right, so let's see what this one is real quick. Where was I at? So it says, what? To suffer, to endure evils, hardships, troubles, to be afflicted. So we got to endure the flames of the fire, man, from Esau, the flood, the persecution, the oppression, man, with Revelation 13 and 16. They're going to leave you out there to be homeless and poor. But the Lord said he's going to help you. If you don't join into their system that they got coming, they're going to separate you from that system and maybe even threaten to unalive you, those people, or imprison them. All right, so we have to prepare our souls for that temptation. How do you do that? Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, because everybody can't read. Some people just can't read. So some have to hear it. Some can read but haven't read it, so they need to hear it. So let's get back to this and get to the point. 2 Timothy 2 and 1. Thou therefore endure hardness. See that hardening. To endure. Let's get that real quick. To undergo hardships. All right, hardness. All right, so it's all part of the same. As a good soldier. All right, so that's what the Lord's calling you to be. A soldier, a sojourner, a soldier. A what? A camper out. That's why they said there's another cut on her side. Revelations 20. Is it Revelation 20? I think it's Revelation 20, where it says Gog and Magog, they should go up and they should go up against the camp of the Most High in the land. It's talking about here, where the Israelites are camped out at. All right? And a camper out, because we're not in our home yet. So anywhere we're at in the world, we're like migrants. All right? A camper out, a common, or exiles. A camper out, a commoner, a warrior. All right? So as a citizen of Israel, man, brought back to the Commonwealth of Israel, the commons. Warrior. See that? A warrior, man. Somebody that enters into the war. He said, fight the good fight of faith. All right, and our job is to tear down spiritual strongholds in this society, putting on the full armor of the Lord, not stepping into the battle naked. Talking about I'm ready to fight. You gonna get your ass lit up, man. The devil gonna shoot all those damn fiery darts at you. All the affliction. You know, hit him over like a barrage of bullets. So you gotta put on the whole armor, literally or figuratively. A common soldier, a champion of the cause of Yahawashi. So who's the champ? Who's the champions? See that? Look at that, man. Champions. Think about that. Let that sink in for a second. A champion, man. Fighting a good fight, and then you win. You become the champ. Wow. All right. So I'm gonna end it there, man. So it says, "No, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier, the champion, a warrior of Yahawashi. Know who you are, or if not, know who's calling you, and understand the potential that He sees within us of champions. Deep, man. No man that warreth, see, a warrior, entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please Him who have chosen him to be a soldier." See, the Lord knows our potential. We just got to trust Him in this character building process. Trust the process. All right. So, and if a man also strive for masteries, we aim to master the skill of this truth. Just like any art, you become a master at it. The masteries. Yet is he not crowned, see, get the championship, except he strive lawfully. So according to the law, and also doing it correctly according to the way that we were taught from Yahawashi and the disciples before us. In this truth, doing it correctly. That's what it means. According to the rules. Don't try to make up your own rules saying you can go out and teach with a baseball cap, teaching with guns on you, all the ways of this world. Making money off the truth. You know, you get alms maybe from time to time, but to set up a record label, all this weird shit people doing, that's just frustrating. I see why Yahawashi was vexed and he overturned the tables of the money changers. All right, so the husbandman that laboreth must be first partaker of the fruits. So Yahawashi is the first partaker, and us too, we're husbandmen laboring in this truth. And if you're in this truth and you continue until the end, you'll be first partaker in the promises and paradise of the kingdom and eternal life. So I'm gonna end it there, man. It says, therefore, endure hardness. Endure it, man, and enjoy it. Smile. You know, yeah, man. Look at it like fasting. Look at it like, with fasting, you're afflicting your soul. So, and the Lord said, anoint your face so it don't look like you're fasting. All right, our help comes from Yahweh Shem Yahawashi. Anybody that loans to you or anything in this society, it's the Lord that put it on their heart to do so. You can thank the individuals, but you definitely got to thank Yahweh Shem Yahawashi. So take your blessings and also receive your lessons. That's all I'm going to say. All right. And in the end, the results will be a beautiful outcome, a champion. All right. So we got to trust the Lord and endure hardness and hardships and hold on to Yahweh Shem Yahawashi's hand. Okay. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.